And welcome to the latest edition of New Haven Independent Vlog Summary, direct from our assignment desk, otherwise known as my Compost Heap. Let's see what stories we're working on this. Well, State Senator Marty Luty of New Haven always hands out these potholders at election time so we remember his name. He's going to need them back because he's got a hot mess on his hands to handle. Marty has a bill in that says if you go to one of the last remaining Cineplexes to see a movie like Breakfast at Tiffany's, you want to know what time it starts. If they says it starts at 11, sometimes the previews go on to 11:40. He says under law, you'll be fined if you don't say what time it really starts. And people are so mad on both sides. Government overreach, protect the consumer. They are so mad, but Marty's got his potholders, he'll be fine. By contrast, nobody got mad this week when a crew took tarps down and other parts of a mini homeless encampment on Dixwell Avenue, the heart of commercial district of the historic black neighborhood at the old Monterey Cafe, which has been closed for decades. And they shouldn't have been mad at the city for taking down the mini encampment. They need to do that, and they do it very humanely. They talk to people, make sure they have a place to go. But here's where the failure came in on the Ellick administration. In 2020, a slumlord bought their property, Ocean Management. They said they're going to put housing. They never did. They let it run down more blight, right where we want to recreate a thriving commercial neighborhood. The city built up fines, but they never enforced them. Then 2023 said they got permission to buy it from Ocean. Instead of fining them, they were going to pay them a reward for letting it sit in blight. And still it never went through, and another deal never went through, and now it's more blight, and now there are $77,000 in fines that haven't been paid and not enforced, and the property's still in their hands. That is the failure that's worth getting mad at. Excuse me, I'm going to doom scroll on my phone and just DM people and ignore you. Nah, I won't do that. I'm going to be like the people at New Haven Academy. The students every day now are putting their phones in a yonder pouch and putting them away for the day so they can actually learn and talk to each other and be human again. It's a pilot. All the city's high schools are going to be doing it. Way to go, let's be human again and not bots. I saw this red card this week. 60 community groups in New Haven and agencies are working together to prepare for the ICE raids that have been threatened. People are scared about it, but instead of feeling helpless, instead of panicking, we're just preparing. And part of the preparation is this red card so that people know when ICE comes knocking your door, especially if they don't show a warrant because they're trying to sweep up everybody, you can say, I do not wish to speak with you, answer your questions, or sign or hand you any documents based on my Fifth Amendment rights. I do not give you permission to enter my house based on my Fourth Amendment rights. I do not give you permission to search any of my belongings. It's a start, and it's smart. Well, speaking of bananas decrees by crazed authoritarians seizing power and just making stupid rules that destroy everybody, you know, Bananas, the movie by Woody Allen, talking about a dictator named Esposito who took control of a country called San Marcos, and he started issuing decrees right away. Underwear must be changed every half hour and worn on the outside so we can check. Every kid under 16 years old is now over 16 years old. Fiction repeats itself in the new Trump administration, whether it's declaring that Ukraine started a war by having Russia invade it and try to kill its president and start slaughtering people. Or this week, Robert F. Kennedy Jr., the madman who's our new head of health and human services, he decreed that there are only two genders, and that's going to have implications for how people live. Now, never mind that it's bananas. I mean, the ancient rabbis identified 5 or 6 genders in the Talmud. More modern day experts say 8 genders. All we know in New Haven is that we are one people together who support and love each other in our infinite ways we identify ourselves, how we choose to love, how we were born, and how we live. So while these banana decrees come down, we're going to fly our flags high and proud and say we're here, we're queer, and we're not going anywhere. Until next time, it's the New Haven Independent Vlog News Summary. And remember, always pick up your trash while you still can.